Years ago, Russia sprung something surprise by taking the men's quadruple sculls, but not this time. Both Russia and the Olympic silver medalists from the Czech Republic failing to get further than the semi-finals.
Attention.
Yeah, and I think everyone here has been surprised with the quality of racing in this event. I mean, I saw the Australians break that world record. Fantastic performance earlier in the week, but the Poles here, really the in-form crew, they've discovered their form again, and they go off the start there about, what, 41 strokes a minute, and then bam, settle right into rate, 34 strokes, lowest of all the crews in this race, and I think that's going to take them out in front.
Well, indeed it might, but remember they had those hiccups in the World Cup, and what that threw up was maybe the question about the extra gear at the end of the race. If anybody's close enough and good enough, if they really throw it down to them, can the Poles, right at the business end, find that extra gear and raise the rate?
Yeah, I think so, but the contrast to the Polish quad, you see them now, compare them to the British women's quad we saw in the previous race. The Poles are rating much lower, already down to about 36. They're going to come down lower than that, and they've got a smooth flow rhythm out forward. That means they're going to have more pace in the last quarter, David, and I think that's going to be the difference. Italians, lovely crew to watch, nothing disturbing the boat, but slightly higher rate of striking, and the Australians at the moment, they haven't quite found the form that screaming tailwind conditions brought them.
So Poland edging into the lead as we come to the end of the first quarter there in their red vests. Closest to Germany, right up there in third place, just behind the Italians, and still pretty tight as we go into the second quarter. But this is where Adam Korol and Michal Jelinski and Marek Kolbowicz and Konrad Wasilewski traditionally start to wind this up, really build their advantage in this middle thousand.
Yeah, they're doing another Pole on the bank. Chris Korzanowski, who's the Polish coach of the American crew who did beat the Poles in Lucerne. He's going to be disappointed with the way the Americans have gone off, but yeah, there's Carroll just having a look across to his right there, and he sees he's in front of the Americans and the French too, so nothing to worry on that side.
Yeah, and a little odd steering there by the United States too from the left there, and that's really not going to help their cause. They're already in sixth place. They've just straightened it up now, but they've lost an awful lot of boat speed and momentum, and they are dropping further back. Meanwhile, Poland pressing on from Italy. That's three from the left of your picture, and then Australia, and closest to Germany. But now Poland with half a length, and this looks oh so good, but so do the Italians.
Yeah, I know this is going to be a great race because the Italians know they can beat the Poles. They've done that in Poznan, where I thought they looked fantastic, and coming up to 1,000 metres, well, they've got half a length, and they've got to try and make that back up in the third quarter, because I think the Poles will have a lot in reserve for their sprint in the line. But for my money, if I was in the Polish crew sitting there at that rhythm, I'd want to take a little bit more out of the Italians in this bit of the race. That's what I'd be calling now, David.
And over on the far side, France doing pretty well. They're just about vying for third place at the moment with Germany, and that'll be difficult for those two crews because they're split by the full width of the regatta course.
Yeah, I'd hate that, David. When your main rival is right across the other side, you've got to look through all the crews. You just have no sense, you just can't judge it. It's going to be very, very difficult for those two if they are racing for that bronze medal, if the other two crews behind them are out of it. But look at Poland. Yeah, they've pushed away again in the third quarter, and that's the rhythm that's let them do it. Absolutely superb, brilliant to watch. I think one of the crews of the regatta.
Yeah, 1:23.28 for their opening 500 metres, 1:25.50 for their second quarter. And you can see the Italians there, the stroke rate indicated just a couple of pips lower, but they've got a length to find.
Yeah, I think the stroke rates are wrong there, actually. I think it's the other way around. I think Poland are at 33, Italians are at 35. But, if I was in the Italians now, if that was the distance, maybe I'd want to defend my sort of silver medal position ahead of the French and ahead of the Germans. At least they can see them on either side, and perhaps they've given up chasing the Poles this early, because it does look like they're in fine form.
That's a handsome advantage, Martin, that the Polish quad are taking into the last quarter of the race, and you can see France and Australia almost on terms there, very close together, vying for that bronze medal. Germany fading out of it, but Poland striding on towards the line, and they may just be very soon about to realise their lifelong dream.
Yeah, absolutely. Tremendous acceleration of the blades through the water. Great shot there. You can just see how much they're moving this boat. That's why they're out in front. That's why they're the Olympic champions designate, unless the Italians can do something. But I tell you, there's a great race going on for third place behind them, with France and Australia really going head to head, David.
Yeah, and the Polish, they've been the fastest boat in the first 3 quarters. Of that there is no doubt, but now they know that they're going to get challenged, and here comes the race now. The Italians on the near side, still a length off the pace, but the French are absolutely flying. Cedric Barres, Julien Barrain, Pierre-Jean and Jonathan Koefic. That's the quartet for France, and they've just about moved into bronze medal position.
Yeah, it's very close with them in Australia. Beres just had a little look there, just to see if there's anything more to do as Poland come towards the line.
Well, Poland, world champions in 2005, 2006, 2007, and they are about to complete the Olympic cycle as Olympic champions. They take the gold, Italy the silver, oh, and right at the top, France hold off Australia to take the bronze, with the United States coming home ahead of Germany, who simply ran out of gas. Well, what a quartet for Poland. Really, I'm so pleased for them.
Yeah, you're pleased. So's Konrad Vasilevsky, stood up there in the bows of the boat, and his opposite number, Luca Agamemnoni, the newcomer to this boat. But the two guys who were Olympic champions in Sydney, well, everyone's joining in now, aren't they, standing up? Why not?
Well, in fact, Poland never needed to find that extra gear. As we came into the last quarter, they'd already destroyed the field. For Italy, that's a really good result after their flop 4 years ago in Athens. A great comeback. And for France, a lot of joy getting that bronze medal.
Because I just think it would be a fantastic occasion for Polish rowing, and you know, this is a tremendous occasion for Polish rowing out there on the stage, and great exhibition of quadruple sculling.
And what a wonderful half hour for Polish rowing. That terrific silver medal in the lightweight fours, and now this. And for Adam Coral, what a birthday present. His birthday just 3 days away.